back with more Dollhouse. This is episode 8 of season 2. Yeah, really excited to carry on to what's going to happen next. This last episode was kind of crazy with the ending. Echo is back at the Dollhouse. There are still kind of talks of like potential revolutions and shit, but then Adele's like, I'm shutting this down. I'm getting control back of my place. We had a few like time jumps and stuff, and yeah, Adele's kind of taking no prisoners now when it comes to Echo, and I think that's going to cause a lot of rifts and some really interesting kind of shifts in dynamics, I think. So I'm really excited to see that get explored and see exactly what the Dollhouse is kind of like now. And Adele's even tougher regime, it would seem. So that's going to be really interesting, and yeah, we're kind of sneaking up on me, I think, at the end of the show. We only have 6 episodes left. And I think, you know, we're getting to the point where things are going to just continue to ramp up more and more as we head towards the end of the show. So really excited to see what they're going to do next. So let's get into the next one.
I blew my fortune on engagements. Now only my love sustains me.
Oh.
Love for a woman who doesn't exist. The one who is satisfied.
Oh my god!
It's the ending.
Holy shit, I wasn't prepared for this. Okay.
Well, she was in really bad shape. She still is.
Yes. One wonders how she managed. Out there. Alone. The odds of an active and an
What does she think she's going to get out of Echo?
She didn't expect to get anything out of Echo. She's using her to make you squirm, and it's working.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I don't like seeing her in pain.
I don't like seeing her in pain.
If she did something naughty, she's completely unaware of it. She, however, is naughty and completely aware of it.
Let's stay on task, shall we, Doctor?
Like how they always seem attracted to each other, like no matter who their personalities are.
No wonder you despise that girl, Echo. She gets to be the virgin and the whore, and for both she's celebrated.
Yes. Very insightful.
Oh damn.
It's all in her mind.
So she's perfectly normal.
Normal as anyone else around here.
And I suppose there are some nonsensical scans to back up your report.
Would you like to see them? These are the craziest scans I've ever seen.
Oh man.
I can't even... She can control? What does that make her? What is she?
Pretty cool.
Not tonight, honey. I have a headache. Really isn't one of the excuses we allow our actors.
She's still trying to push, isn't she?
Karen's?
Topher, yes.
So she's a serial killer.
Only a little.
Right, only a little bit serial killer. Nice to meet you.
We've met, Topher. Don't you remember?
She's funny. Is it a good side?
It's
okay.
crazy to see Topher get like nervous around his own tech.
I am obsolete. This must be what old people feel like.
Oh.
And Blockbuster.
Oh my gosh. Did you cook?
Are you dead?
Died and gone.
Oh no.
This is from Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha? What proof do we have?
He's the only one out there with the knowledge of this place and an obsession with Echo.
Thought that was you, Mr. Ballard.
You're hilarious.
It stands to reason someone was helping her. If it wasn't Alpha, who was it? You have an alternate explanation?
I never want to hear his name again.
Alpha.
Excuse me?
Oh. Hello.
There's a part of you that knows this is wrong.
There are many parts of me that know that this is wrong, none that care, and 6 that just find it funny. You know what's not funny?
Damn.
Is that she actually cares.
I wasn't sure if we'd ever see him again, so I'm glad he's back in it.
Guys, and that it was what? Tell them.
So it was a blast.
Who doesn't love a pun?
Fall back!
Oh, I mean... Oh, Jesus. Whoa, shit! He went out with a bang. And I do love a pun, but not when it comes to murder, you know? Then I'd probably draw the line.
Minor. The internet guy. Problem is, I can't track him down. 2 weeks
Oh
ago,
yeah!
he goes on some retreat, disappears.
He was in it last season, wasn't he?
Family members,
Patton Oswalt.
business colleague.
I like that they're like revisiting an old like client. That's pretty cool.
I'm getting married, okay? I have moved on.
Hi, Joel.
Uh oh.
I missed you so much.
See, that seems almost unfair to do that to him. If he's like trying to move on.
Which part of put Echo in solitary was unclear to either of you?
It was
She's trying to be all intimidating and stuff, but her dress is so sparkly.
In a nutshell, he's this super genius serial killer who imprinted himself with a bunch of personalities and then escaped.
Wait, what?
Nutshell. Nutshell.
Try the Franklin. It's a terrific pasta bar.
Uh-oh.
Also, you're almost out of paper.
And you might need more because you just shit yourself.
Are you scared?
Out of my mind.
Smart girl. Of course, I could never be out of my mind. I have so many.
Yeah.
I'm out of one, I'm right into the next. I know that looking at someone else's holiday stamps is usually such a bore, but I thought that these might interest you. That's what I love about the British. Your talent for understatement. Also Python.
It's true.
Well, let's say we tally your hose.
Oh.
Down there these days.
I imagine you put them all through the chair after you discovered the breach.
Why?
No reason.
Uh-oh.
Up the stairs.
Is that part of his plan?
Time to send in the clowns.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, no! Oh, no. Oh, no.
Test of the emergency broadcast system?
Well.
Bait, let's switch.
Shit.
Hello, lover boy.
Oh no, he wants him. Because Echo's kind of falling for him. Shit! Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I'm not talking about this. You and my immortal beloved playing house.
Ah.
That's probably my fault. I'm the idiot that introduced the two of you. That in her face there, what would you say that is?
Lens flare.
She has feelings for me.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh heck.
How many are with you?
And who are you exactly?
Do you want to talk or do you want me
Person gonna save her, yeah. Jeez. Have a little bit of respect.
I'm done with your ass.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Bad day for Ballard. Jeez.
Hello. Huh. When did you die? Maybe me trying to get into your head was the wrong approach.
We need to get to my elevator. It's our only way out.
No, there's too many of them.
He's not gonna put Ballard in himself, is he? That sounds wrong, but fuck.
Wait. You want to snuggle?
No.
Too soon.
You killed him.
My god.
He's dead.
Well, brain dead.
Damn.
It's 10 times the man you are, and you're like 40 guys.
Savage.
You were meant for a love supreme.
Oh. Nice.
Do you trust me?
Oh dear.
Sorry. I thought we had more time.
He imprinted himself with you.
Do you trust me?
That's what I figured.
With my life.
Then end mine. Please.
Oh.
Do it. Please.
I don't know if she can. Okay, bye. So Balor's, he's just gone. His body's just kaput.
Did I fall asleep?
Did I fall asleep?
If only. Oh my god. It's episode 8!
But she wouldn't want you to be alone.
Yeah. Aw.
I thought I was past it.
You don't get past it. It just becomes a part of who you are.
Get used to it, not over it.
You live on for me.
It's an odd thing with the whole active thing. It's so messed up and things can go so wrong. But it can also provide so much catharsis like that. It's very, very odd.
And you live on for me.
Can they put his personality back in? Or if he's brain dead, I'm sure they can't repair his brain. I don't know. Hope you're happy. Okay, I really, really liked that episode a lot. Crazy. What kind of went down there? Because we still have 5 episodes left. Boyd's brain dead and imprinted in Alpha. Alpha's back. Hello, and he's off again. Surely we'll see him again. That can't be it, especially now he's got Boyd inside him, which again sounds odd to say. But yeah, fantastic episode, and it does really show you that anything can happen at any time, I guess, because we're like still a bit of a way away from like the end of the show, and yet we're having a big kind of turning point like this with the return of Alpha, which I thought if it was going to happen, it would be like at the end of the season again. Oh no. Episode 8. And yeah, really great to see Alpha again. I'm so glad that he's back. I really enjoyed, the twist of him and his identity in season 1, and I love Alan Tudyk anyway in basically everything ever. So to see him come back and just be insane is always a joy to watch. Really interesting stuff with him. I love the way he was kind of reintroduced and the fact that he's killing all these like past romantic entanglements, and I love the twist of them bringing Joel back into it from season 1. Patton Oswalt, it's always good to see him. The fact that they brought him back into it to make it seem like, oh, he's just the next target, but it was actually kind of a ruse to actually allow Alpha to get to Ballard because he's the one he's really kind of jealous of right now. So I thought that was a very cool twist. I liked that a lot, but at the same time, it wasn't like it was just a means to an end bringing Joel back into it. He did get to see like the imprint of his wife again. We'd seen that he's engaged to someone, moving on with someone else, and I think he provided himself a lot of closure to that arc, I guess, with this, seeing that his wife wouldn't want him to stay sad for the rest of his life, and she'd want him to move on, find someone else, and he's done that, and he kind of, I think, properly closed the book in a way he may not have done before with Rebecca. So that was a really nice way of kind of bringing him back into the story, and allowing his own arc from the first season to kind of have a nice little epilogue to it, I suppose. But at the same time, he was also kind of a catalyst for a larger plot for the rest of the season in Alpha, Ballard, etc., etc. So that was all really cool. I really did enjoy him being brought back into it. That was really really fun and an interesting little plot for him. So it was great to see Joel again, and great to see Alpha back as well, because he's always a fun kind of presence on the show, in like the couple of episodes he was in last season for sure. So that was all great. Seeing a bit more of the strange dynamics since Adele's actions at the end of the last episode and her continuing to try and like torture Echo for information. You could tell Toph was still really pissed off with her being very passive-aggressive, very snarky, which I was here for. And then when he became aware of, the true extent of what Echo is kind of going through and what's happening with her and her abilities, Boyd and Ballard were kind of keen to get him on board, I suppose, as like a little ally and he could like almost temporarily join the club. Obviously things have kind of gone very crazy now with what happened to Ballard at the end, but I really like Topher kind of learning a bit more about what's going on, and just the trio of him, Boyd and Ballard I think is really cool, and then bringing Echo into it as well. Got a hell of a team there, and it just provides a lot of different personalities clashing but for the same common cause. That's always a lot of fun, and I think hopefully they can kind of, I hope they can continue it, but Ballard's brain dead. So I don't know if they really can continue exploring that little alliance, but hopefully Topher's like really on board with their cause now, and he can continue working on stuff, but at the same time we know where they end up in the future, and it doesn't quite go Topher's way, so we'll see where that all kind of goes. But to see a bit more of Ruthless Adele, and to kind of finally gain back control, and then instantly it's kind of taken away from him again with Alpha's return. She's like shit scared of what's going to go down. Then he sends all the actives on their handlers, and a bit of a mess. Definitely a few job advertisements need to be put in the window now, I think, for more handlers. But yeah, that was all really, really interesting. And I'd say I wish we kind of explored a bit more of like Adele's kind of turn almost at the end of the last episode, but considering a lot of this had to be about Alpha and Ballard and stuff, I don't really mind, and there's plenty more time for that, I think, to see. And we did get a few moments for Adele, so I'm sorry for Echo suffering, blah blah blah, but we need to get this done. And it's very hard to read, I think, Adele as a character. I don't know if she's really being genuine about that, or she's just telling them that to kind of get them off her case. Because she did make a few snarky comments, even when Echo was like saving her. She was like, oh, which one are you then? I was like, Adele, shut up. She's saving your life. Should just leave you to die then? Fine. But it's kind of just that stubbornness to Adele that I actually quite enjoy watching. Unstoppable Force, a movable object, I think, is the kind of Echo and Adele's relationship now. And I like seeing them explore that. And it's kind of allows Topher to be pushed more towards Boyd and Ballard's cause. So that provided a lot of fun scenes as well. And then, yeah, just the attack and how that all kind of escalated. And, yeah, Ballard's brain dead, imprinted in Alpha. So they're clearly going to do a bit more of that. And the potential of Ballard and Echo kind of falling for each other. I guess that's fine. They definitely had hinted at it previously. I wish we'd, if we're going to get to this point where Alpha comes back and he's like really jealous of Ballard because he was like watching them and stuff during like the 3 months they were together. They really skimmed past that in the last episode, and I get a lot of that may have been due to the show being cancelled, so they really had to move at breakneck pace. But it kind of does miss the opportunity to really explore that growing connection or attraction or feelings between Ballard and Echo, if that's really there, enough to clearly make Alpha jealous of it. So it's kind of a shame they haven't explored that more to this point. I'm just kind of like, okay, if that's happening, it's happening, but I'm not like properly invested in that couple. But again, I think that may have come down to being cancelled, and Joss's 5-year plan for the show had to be put down and like cut in like less than half. So that probably has something to do with it. But still, I did like how that was tied together, and it is a very shocking moment to come in episode 8 of a 13 episode season, to have Ballard be kind of brain dead like that. I mean, easy job for the actor if he's still going to be appearing. And yeah, I don't know if they're going to find a fix for it somehow. It'd always be a bit of a cop out if they do find a fix for it. And I'm not brain dead anymore. They just put him back in and he's fine. Because obviously he's had some really awful damage to his brain done that's probably should be irreparable. So I'm very intrigued as to what they're going to do with Ballard's character going forward. Is the actor just done on the show? Is he just dead? Can they still use him as like just his voice when he like appears, like when he did to Echo, to kind of like plead her to kill him when he was in Alpha's body? Is that how they're still going to use him? I really don't know. But again, I'm intrigued to see where they're headed with that and exactly what that's going to entail. But one hell of a twist and a pretty awesome moment to really again escalate things as we head towards like the final section of the show. So that was all kind of crazy, but I'm here for it and interested to see where they're going to go with it. I also liked the theme of love in this episode and how they're kind of exploring different aspects of that. How Alpha's trying to like almost quantify it, and he's looking at it in a very different perspective. We have seemingly the growing love between Echo and Ballard as well. And yeah, we also, I guess, for Joel and his wife, and moving on from love, grieving, losing a love, seeing that love again in a different kind of twisted way, and just showing the pros and cons of the Dollhouse and what they do. The fact they can achieve some catharsis for Joel in that way, I think, is actually very nice. But the whole idea behind the Dollhouse is still very twisted and corrupt and gross, and yeah. So, very complicated situation as always, as I've mentioned before. Trying to root for these people and feel like we need to root for them because the show is centered around them. Yet what they're doing is really unethical and horrible. Very interesting in that remark, this show, and that's something I think they've always explored really cool, like in really cool ways, and different kind of concepts behind this idea of the dolls and actors and stuff. And yeah, this is another example of it. Maybe they can make a new body for Boyd or something. There's so much they can do with it, and I'm sure it's going to be really cool and interesting and surprising, because Dollhouse does tend to do that with their plot lines. So I'm excited to see what on earth they're going to do with this next, but this was a crazy episode. Really, really loved it. Great to see Alpha back. I loved what they did with Joel as well, tying him into the main plot line, but also continuing his story from season 1. And yeah, all the different kind of changing character dynamics after the last episode. Crazy stuff, but really, really great episode. Can't wait to see where they're going with all this now. It's going to be nuts. I'm excited for it. And yeah, until my next reaction, thanks for watching.